Hey. Middle something? Hey man, what are you doing? Yeah, we're doing a top 10 list. Where's Eric? Well, Eric's he's out for today, so. Oh, okay. I'm flying solo. So. All right, so you're doing the whole list yourself? Yeah, top 10 list. Winter fat biking essentials. Okay. Yep. Good luck, buddy. See you later. Thanks. What's going on? Frank here from F This F That. Eric is out sick today, so I'm going to fly solo. We're going to do our top 10 winter fat biking essentials. So this list, A to Z, what we always have to make sure that we have for our winter fat biking rides. Feel free to use it for your commutes, cold weather riding, whatever the case may be. But for the purpose of this list, this is our winter fat biking list. Enjoy. Number 10. Trail maps. Do your homework, make sure that where you are riding, it is open to bikes. So make sure you look at Facebook group pages, go on, for example, NCC, Gatineau Park, if you want to see if the trail networks are open for bikes, if it's closed for XC skiing, whatever the case may be. Have trail forks on your mobile device, or have your Garmin with your preloaded map, or just go with a friend that knows the network. And this way here, you don't get stranded, you don't make a trek all the way somewhere, and guess what? You're not allowed to ride there. And it just overall helps your experience. That was number 10. Number 9 goes without saying, this is 4 seasons year round. Have your tools in your tube. Inner tube, even if you're running tubeless, have your tube with you and a good set of tools. I got a hand pump in my bag. Some people carry the CO2 cartridges. In here, got a patch kit, got a multi-tool, I've got a pressure indicator, and I've got in this slot here a bunch of zip ties, you know, chain links. You never know what's going to happen, and the last thing you want to do is be on a ride minus 25, get a flat, a mechanical, and then you're walking home. So again, toolkits, tubes, don't leave home without them. On that topic, don't forget your snacks too. Just have yourself some snacks so if you do get stranded, you don't go hungry. Number 8 on this list is a water pack. Now some people will throw on a water bottle, and that's fine. For me, I like the water pack. It carries all of my items. I have the Camelback Lobo here. And the number one reason why people don't always use water packs is that the hose freezes. So here's a little trick. So whenever I'm not drinking any water, I will make sure that I blow out the hose, and then, don't mind the microphone here, I will throw the hose into my jacket. And the main reason for this is that my body heat will keep the hose warm.
What did he say?
And there's less water in the system, and so it's all in my pack. Make sure that before you do put the hose, make sure you do close that valve though. Last thing you want to do is be soaked inside because you forgot one of the steps. So again, take your valve, drink as you normally would. Once you're done, blow air back into the system, close the valve, throw it into your jacket, and away you go. This has been tried and tested at the minus 25 without any issues. And the water in the actual pack, I've never had that freeze. It's normally right here in the system or right at the tip at the nozzle. And so that will help you out in terms of hydration. Number 7. Now today I'm playing hooky. I left work at noon, so not an issue. But number 7, you need some good solid lights. These are my Magic Shine Montier lights. They're amazing. They last 4 to 6 hours in very cold weather. They have other sort of lights on the market. Another recommended product would be Glowworm. That is what Eric normally uses, and again, batteries are cold rated. The reason why it's important, 2 reasons. Obviously, it's dark out by 4 or 5 p.m. and so again, you need that visibility. And the reason why we do not recommend those $30 cheapo Amazon lights, or those lights meant for road cycling, is for 2 reasons. 1, the light's not powerful enough in the dark woods, and 2, the batteries aren't cold rated. They're going to die after 30 to 45 minutes. If you're lucky and you get a really good one, maybe an hour, hour and a half. But again, that's with a weaker beam. And again, you're running the risk. So I would say invest in some good lights. Visit your local retailer. We have MEC, we have Sale, we have Bushtuka. You know, we've got lots of retailers that have really dependable products. But again, I would strongly recommend Magic Shine or Glowworm as our two top recommended lights for winter or year-round riding. Number 6, notice I'm just wearing a normal helmet. Now, they do have winter rated helmets, and those are, you know, pretty bulky, very warm. You can't really control the temperature or regulate your temperature in those helmets. If it's minus 25, by all means, I will wear one of those helmets along with the rest of my gear. But normally I just run with this, either a toque or a bonnet. This is just a cheaper one from Amazon, works great. And on that front, I also wear one of these neck gaiters. Some people wear the full baklava, whatever it's called. Not the dessert with the layered flakes that's delicious, but you know, the full-on ski mask. I just like to wear this little thin one. If it gets really cold and I can still feel it on my ears, which to be honest I don't, but if I ever did, I can kind of pull this up, and then plan B, if ever I forgot my bonnet, I could actually double this up as a full-on gaiter with just my head poking out. So again, make sure that you cover your head, regulate your temperature, helmet, toque or bonnet, and a neck gaiter. Remember, safety is sexy. So number 5, on the topic of headwear, glasses and goggles. Now I wear these sunglasses year round. They're photochromic, which means in the dark they become clear lens. In sunny temperatures they become sunglasses, and they've served me well. They do get a little bit of wear and tear. These are some cheap ones from Amazon Rock Brothers. Some people will invest in some more expensive one like the Oakleys and whatever else. It's not a bad idea. I just haven't had the appetite to do so yet. But again, these Rock Brothers serve me well, but in extreme cold weather. And so you will gauge and you'll dictate this one here. I'm okay with these up to like minus 10, minus 15, and I'm fine. Eric, on the other hand, in those weather, or myself included, once we hit the minus 20s, minus 25s, we throw on the full-on ski goggles. Again, photochromic are recommended because it does adapt to the lights and whatever else. But just your regular ski goggles, I would recommend that you go for the ones that have the anti-fog, just because you don't want them to get foggy, or worse than sorts, they have wipes or a spray that you can throw on when you do clean your lenses, so this way it doesn't fog up. But again, eye protection is extremely important, and at the same time, with the extreme cold, you'll thank me later. Your eyes won't water, they won't freeze up. Last thing you want to do is frozen eyelashes, and just trust me, get some goggles. Number 4, I guess you can't really tell, I got my little lobster gloves here, but number 4 is winter rated gloves. Okay, now you can wear your regular ski gloves, you can wear your regular winter gloves, but again, winter rated gloves is where you're at. They're very warm, and that's what you want. So gloves are essentials. Last thing you want to do is have frozen tips, and so the way we do it is we have our winter rated gloves. We also have these little rubber gloves. These are just regular sort of latex gloves. Got a box at Costco, use them for a couple rides. And the reason why we wear this is literally for the wind protection. Some people have the big bulky pogies, which is fine. We do use our pogies, which are great for really, really cold temps, but I find they're very restrictive. And so we put on these gloves. Now the trick is, there is a slippery side and a sort of like a matte side. And what you want to do is you kind of want to turn them inside out, have the slippery side out. And the reason why is when you go to put on your glove, it's a lot easier to slide it on. If you've got the matte side, it kind of catches on things. And so this way it'll actually be pretty annoying to kind of put them on. Now on top of the winter rated gloves and the latex gloves and the pogies and whatever else you kind of need to stay warm, we also recommend carrying some hand warmers. And the reason is if you're riding some very, very cold temperatures and for whatever reason, your body can't regulate enough heat, this is a good plan B. Additional tips I would say, if you are finding it that your fingers are getting chilly, is just promote blood flow. And so it's gonna look a little silly, but you'll see us in videos, literally waving our hands we're on the bike and we're waving our hands. And so what we're trying to do is trying to get some warm, fresh blood to circulate into our hands. And so this way here, your fingers get warm. Another recommendation we do have is tuck your gloves into the cuff of your jacket. And the reason for that is obviously your body, right, it dissipates a lot of heat. And then that goes into your jacket, keeps all insulated, and all of a sudden it escapes by the cuff. So if you actually tuck your glove into the cuff, that heat will continue into your gloves and you'll get warm, toasty fingers as well. So again, another tip, make sure that your hands are nice and comfy. Number 3, we talked about obviously your pointers. You also got to remember the toes. Now I won't show you my toes on this view, but here's a video again of me. This is literally as I was coming in for this ride. You see I put on my wool socks, but I also put on these toe warmers. And these toe warmers, these are just little hotties. I get them at Costco again. You can get them on Amazon. But basically, if it's anything from, I would say, -8 and colder, I throw on these toe warmers here. You can throw it on the top or on the bottom of your sock. It has an adhesive. They activate, they keep your feet warm. It says for up to 5 hours. They're pretty good. But then also get some winter rated, biking boots or shoes. You can use your winter boots if you are running flats. But realistically, you're riding on the snow. You're going to be getting off your bike. You're going to be wandering around. You want to warm up your feet. And again, same idea. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, with the hands flailing, we do the same. We'll actually do kicks. And we'll just kick our feet. Hold on to your bike, kick your feet, and that'll promote, again, more blood flow, warm up your toes, and it goes a long way. In extreme cold weathers, on top of these toe warmers, wool socks, winter rated shoes, and the whole shebang, you could also get some boot covers. And so they have different ones. They have the lighter ones for road cyclists during the spring and fall, or worse, which are the actual winter rated ones. I'm standing here in the snow. Cold will come up from the ice and from the snow through your cleat and whatever else. So again, just make sure that you limit your standing time. The more you move, the warmer you'll stay. Number 2 is layers. As you can tell, I'm wearing my sort of vest. I'm wearing my cycling jacket under this. Again, I apologize for the sound, but I have a bike jersey and I also have a dry fit t-shirt underneath. Now normally without the puffer, I'm good, but we are going through a bit of a cold snap right now. So again, in currently -15 weather, this is comfortable. But again, layer up. And the reason why, if you come up with a big parka and then a sweater and then a t-shirt, it's hard to kind of layer down from there, right? You remove the parka, the sweater's not enough. If you remove the sweater, then the parka and the t-shirt might not be enough, or you might be wet from the sweat and whatever else. With layers, you can actually layer it up and down, and so I'd recommend a lot of thin layers. Now, some people have the merino wool, which is fine. I haven't felt the need to get into that. Again, I'm happy with my cycling jacket, just my regular MTB jersey long sleeve, and a t-shirt underneath. And in extreme cold weathers, I'll throw on the puffer vest, and so this way my core stays warm, the rest of my body generally stays warm. If ever the weather is a little bit colder, what I would also do is I have a thicker cycling jacket. I could just throw that one on. Again, wind breaking. These are the same ones I would wear in the summer, spring, and fall, and I find that they work great. So again, several layers works great. As for the legs, the pants, I've got this pair from Mech. They're very flexible, waterproof, but they breathe well. I'm not wearing any sort of liner underneath, except for obviously my bike shorts. However, I know Eric does wear the leg liners. He gets a little bit colder, and so again, you'll sort of kind of gauge what layers to wear that day. A good rule of thumb is if you're selecting your layers, throw them on, step outside. If you are feeling like, oh man, if it was just 5 degrees warmer or 10 degrees warmer, I would have been perfect, then your layers are perfect. And the reason for that is, again, you'll dissipate a lot of body heat very, very quickly. And so it's good to be slightly underdressed, a little bit cold, let your body warm up, and you'll adapt to that cold. So that's our tip number 2. And our number 1 tip for winter fat biking, are studded tires. And so, yes, you can ride a fat bike without studded tires, and that's fine. In snow like this, studs aren't going to do anything. Midwinter, where you have an ice storm, studded tires have been game changer. We used to have to go indoors, play Zwift, or go out and go super slow, not be able to kind of trust our tires and hit the corners the way we want. Just go in a straight line, go very slowly, and occasionally have to walk our bikes. With these studded tires, no joke, we're looking forward to PRs. These are like Velcro. I'm currently running the Dillinger 5s with studded tires. My summer tires on my fat bike are the Dillinger 4s, obviously non-studded. And yeah, no, we love it. So studded tires, obviously studs are very time consuming to put in. They're pretty costly. If your budget permits, studded tires is our #1 recommendation for winter fat biking. You will be so much more confident on the trails. It is much safer, obviously on ice, and it's just fun. So we do hope that you found this video helpful. I do hope Eric feels better soon. Send him your best wishes. But the reason why we came with this video, we noticed that this year especially, there's a lot more folks get into winter fat biking, and folks just didn't know, right? They're asking all sorts of questions. What should I wear for gloves and for shoes and layers and all of these things, and where do I start? And it could be very overwhelming. So hopefully this list has been useful and helpful. If we've missed anything at all, leave a comment below. You know, we don't know it all. This is just what's our top 10 list. And so maybe you're doing something that we've never even heard of, and it might be helpful to us. So again, drop that comment. As I said earlier, like, subscribe, do all that jazz, and we'll see you on the other side. Take care. Bye.